Morning everybody. Today's session is on cooking process. Cooking, it is a process which is defined as the transfer of energy from a heat source to food. This energy alters the food's molecular structure. It also changes the taste, aroma and appearance of food. The process of subjecting food to the action of heat is termed as cooking. Next, we'll be learning about the different objectives of cooking or the importance of cooking process. The first and foremost objective is to improve the quality of food. When we say about the quality of food, it includes the taste, flavor and texture. The next most important objective is to distract the microorganisms during cooking process. By applying the heat, the microorganisms can be destroyed. The next most important objective is cooking process improves the digestibility of foods. For example, in the case of meat, it softens the connective tissues, and in the case of vegetable products or pulses, cereals, it softens the coarse fibers. It also improves the texture and it increases the access of enzymes present in food. This cooking process increases the variety. That is, the same food can be made into different dishes. And cooking also increases the consumption of food. It, the improvement in the taste, texture, and flavor increases its consumption, thereby meeting our daily nutritional requirements. The cooking process also increases the availability of food. When we say availability, it includes the bioavailability of nutrients. By reducing the toxic substances or by removing the toxic substances, the bioavailability of nutrients can be improved. For example, in the case of egg, a toxic substance called avidin is present, and in the case of soya beans, a toxic substance called trypsin inhibitor is present. During cooking process, these toxic substances are removed. And in the case of protein, the quality of protein is improved, and which in turn increases the bioavailability of foods. Last but not the least, the most important aim of cooking is to concentrate the nutrients by removing the moisture present in the foods. Next topic is about the principles of cooking. Heat is a form of energy associated with the motion of atoms or molecules. When a substance absorbs heat, its molecules move faster. In the case of liquids and gases, the molecules move more quickly from place to place and bounce off each other more frequently. In solids, the molecules stay mostly in place, but they vibrate. This vibration causes or transfers the energy. The heat energy is transferred by three different ways. One is by conduction, next convection and radiation. As we all know, convection is nothing but the transfer of heat through a fluid caused by molecular motion. Conduction, it is nothing but the transfer of heat energy from one substances to another by direct contact. And the last way is through radiation. The energy is transferred by radiation by transmitted in the form of rays or waves or particles. Next comes the effects of heat on the various substances present in food. It is also we can understand that the different changes happen during cooking process. The first is the starches. The starch present in the food, it gets gelatinized. It occurs when starch is heated in the presence of water. Granules lose their orderliness and swell from large amounts of water moving in. Water becomes trapped inside the swollen granules, causing liquids to thicken. Too much heat results in degraded granules and loss of thickening. Then the next is about the sugars present in the food. The sugars are the simple carbohydrates which is present in plants and animals. This caramelization takes place usually at a temperature of 170 degrees centigrade or 340 degree Fahrenheit. Caramelizing the food is responsible for most flavors we associate with cooking. Food cooked by moist heat do not get enough heat to caramelize. So only food that are cooked by dry heat method can be caramelized. Then the next is about the proteins. During cooking process, the proteins it gets coagulated. The proteins normally it is in liquid to semi-solid condition. As the protein cooks, they lose moisture, they shrink and become firm. For example, the egg whites changing from clear liquid to the white solid. And the next macronutrient present in food is fat. During cooking process, it gets melted, which produces a very good flavor. And also, since fat does not burn until high temperatures, it can be used to cook and brown the foods. And last but not the least, water, which is universally present in all foods. As the water molecules are heated and more rapidly, they will evaporate and cause food to dry out during cooking. So, in the today's session, we have learned about the process of cooking, its objectives, the principles of cooking, and the different ways by which the heat is transferred. And we have also learned about the different changes happen during cooking process. Thank you.